guys, my name is Fi and welcome back to another episode of Shapez.io. Now, this is gonna most probably be the last episode because I believe I have made a MAM, a make anything machine is what they call it. And we're gonna go through this. I haven't turned it on yet. I'm gonna turn it on and I'm sure there'll be a problem with it. If not, then I'll just go through what I did and how I got to the process of making it. If there is problems, or if there are problems, we're going to go through it together and try and solve these problems. It's taken me a while. It took me a few hours to do it. I didn't look at anything online. Took me a good, I think, 9 hours. I'm tired. But I hope, fingers crossed, this is going to work. So like and subscribe if you like this content and if you haven't subscribed already, and let's get on with this. So let me show you my MAM, and it's all the way following this line. Yep, it's far. Here. This is it. Well, that's the last level of stacking. Yeah, that's because it's turned off. But this is the mother load, and it makes one line of anything you want. Now, I feel like this is not compact at all. I feel like when I've previously looked at other people's MAMs, it shows it like a really neat blocked off machine where everything seems compact and nice and brilliant. Mine is just a mess, but this is basically it. This is the shapes, this is the colors, and then this is the stacking of the shapes, the coloring, and the stacking of the layers. So how I did it, don't know if this is the best way to do it, but I built the layer before painting it. So I get all the different shapes, it chooses which one it wants, brings out here, and then it goes on over here with all the colors that I need. That's a lot of colors. Brings it in here and uses a quad painter to paint the layer. So, and let's quickly take a look at the wiring. That's what the wiring looks like. We're going to go through it in more detail, but let's just turn it on. And the way I got about this, I literally just did some tests, made little machines here to see if it will work. And in theory, it works. So yeah, in theory. So this button's on. We've got the shape coming down here. I put a few buttons around just to test, to see if the shape goes all the way through. That's very far. Okay, so the button is on here. This is a straggling wire. So where? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take away these transistors because I don't need them. I'm going to turn this off. So I want everything to sort of run straight away. I'm going to put it like that. And with each level, just do that. Oh. Okay, I can make that green. That's okay. Okay. This one is blue. And this one is green. Now, I'm kind of nervous. I feel like there's going to be a problem. But let's hope, fingers crossed, that everything is okay. It's A-okay. And 2 more to do. Oh, that's going to be annoying. I'll just leave that on. No, actually, I'm not going to. I'm going to fix it. I'll fix it. Something like that. All right. Now, time for the moment of truth. Hopefully my game doesn't crash or anything. And that should be doing its thing. Look at that. It started. Something seems wrong already. Well, it's made that layer. Okay, let's figure out this problem, if we can. It's asking for green, red, green. Is that's not getting it. Maybe because of this. Should be getting the yellow here. Coming down. Have I missed something? I have missed something. Okay. It would help if I did this correctly. Yeah, there you go. All right. And I'm sure that's going to be a problem with every single layer. So, where is that going? Yellow, where are you going? I can feel the frame rate dying slowly. Okay. So let's quickly fix this. Give me 2 seconds and I am going to quickly fix this. Be right back. Okay, so I have fixed the problem. The next problem is that I didn't account for 2 of the same colors going on different parts of a shape. And it doesn't seem to be able to do that. So, for example, if you take a look, this has got white and white. Here, I filtered the white to go onto, looks like it's going on the second piece, but it also needs to go onto the 4th piece or the 3rd piece. Now, that is a problem that we're going to have to deal with in a bit. First and foremost, there's no shape coming here. So why is that not happening? What happened over here? Why is that wrong? Does that work now? Okay, yep, that gives us our piece. That is the shape that we want, I believe. Yes, it is. Now, the only problem is the coloring. Coloring is a bit of a mess. There's a lot of colors here. There's a bunch of color here. Okay, so that's stacking up. Right, I want to figure out a way to try and do these colors, but without having to redo the whole thing. So we're going to need to do some sort of overflow, or maybe if I use a storage as an overflow, that could possibly work. That could work. Or better idea, maybe, no, I want to get out of this. Maybe one of these bad boys. If I pull it like this, something like that. And then we need one of these. No, actually, 2 inputs we need. Yes, like that. There you go. So now I need to get that on all my shapes, all my colors. But first, let's try and just make that a bit more compact there. I think that should work. Like that. And that would get the 2 colors there. Okay, that seemed like a pretty decent fix. So give me a few seconds. I'm just going to put this on all my colors. See you in a sec. All right, and we are back. And I've done that. Look at that. Perfect. And that is getting made. Nice. And then it goes into this last stack, which then makes the shape we're looking for. It comes out very, very slow, but it's getting there. You know what? That's okay. It can be a lot more efficient. It mostly would not be able to keep up with the levels, because I don't think I'm doing 4 per second here. I don't even know where it's gone. This one lonely one. It's getting there eventually. But yeah, okay, so let me go through what I did, and in the future, I may make it more efficient. Not sure. And I'm sure there's a lot more efficient versions out there on the web, but it's just nice to try and make your own and see how it works. So my first process was really building a virtual machine to try and do what I want it to do. And you come up with a few challenges here, but it can be done. So I did that, and I made the output come out here, and that does all of that. The only problem I found with this is that I didn't know how to make it register missing shapes or uncolored shapes. But I figured that out actually building the thing I needed to build and testing it. So this is the first version of all shapes. It's not compact at all. The one I have used is a bit more compact. I put these all together and so on and so forth. And also did some testing here, especially with missing pieces like this. And okay, so let's go over to the machine. And you've seen this in a previous episode. All the shapes being made. I then cut them into the 4 parts of the shape. And to automate that, I did a shape analyzer and took the shape part, rotated it depending on what part of it I wanted. So for the first part, which is the right top, you don't need to rotate it. But the second part, you do need to rotate it 3 times, then 2 times, then 1 time, and then re-rotate it again to get the actual shape. So once that goes through all of them, through all of the shapes, as you can see here, it then comes out to here. Now, that will select what shape you want it to, well, what shape you need to select. That will tell the filters here what to open and what to close. We then come over here. Now, this is the stacking part. With this, we needed to stack, but the problem I had with this is that if it had a missing piece, it wouldn't stack, because say I didn't want the top circles, the top right circles, it would just fill up this bit and it wouldn't stack. So I had to create a little overflow here. And we did that with AND gates and NOT gates. So first, what we needed to do was turn this shape into a Boolean expression, which is a 1 and 0. And we do that by putting a NOT gate on the wire. And then I put a double NOT gate to make it a positive, because a double negative makes a positive. I then put an AND gate to say that if this one, which is the right circle, and the bottom is active, then we put the NOT gate, which makes it not active. That means we have to open this gate. So right now it's active and this is active. So these 2 lines, that's why I put these pretty much on top of the lines, are both in use. So that means if they're both in use, I need, oh, why is it stopped? Maybe it's backing up. Yeah. Anyways, let's get back to it. Easily distracted there. So yeah, if they're both in use, we need to put these filters to 0, because if they're at 0, then it goes out the right side rather than through the filter. Because there's nowhere to go on the right side, it will stack up here and it will build up, and then it can be used in stacking. If they're not both in use, which an AND gate helps with, that means this will turn to a 1. And when this turns to a 1, that means this gate opens and it flows through and it passes the stacking process. I did this with both. And then for the final stacking, I did an OR gate. Reason being, because you can get one of these on and one of these on. If they're both off, then that's fine. It will go for a 0, that would turn into a 1 because there's a NOT gate, and it'll go straight through. If either one of them is on, if either one of them passes through without stacking, then this turns to a 1, which then this makes this turn, well, this one turn into a 0, which then blocks this gate and makes it have to stack with anything on this belt. We then move over to the colors. Again, I analyze all 4 colors, and this could be very inefficient. I'm sure there's a much more efficient way of doing it. When each color is analyzed, we get the blue going through. Does it need blue? No, that's red. So it carries on. Does that one need blue? No, no, and no. So then it will keep going up the line until it finds red, which is here. Come down. It will do a check to see if the color that it needs is a no color. We do this because if this belt is empty, this quad printer won't work. So we need to make sure that this quad printer is on even if the belt is empty. So we do this by doing a check. What is this called? A compare. So we compare this red with this no color. It says no. So, okay, cool. Let's keep this gate open. If it says yes, then this will turn into a 0, which will still be a value and keep this gate open. The thing about this gate, if it doesn't take a value, it won't open. So if we look at my testing that I did over at the hub, color test, where is it? Over here. I did this shape. Now, if I turn this on, you see it all goes. And we take a look at this. So even though this has got a 0, it still opens the gate. If I was to say, remove this, it hasn't got any signal. So it doesn't like to work. So as long as it's got a signal, it works. So that's how you get an uncolored part of a shape. And yeah, that's the MAM. Well, my version of the MAM. I'm gonna delete all of this stuff because this is just too laggy at the moment. Oh, nearly deleted the things that I needed. But yeah, I will maybe in the future come back to this and try and make it a lot more efficient. But in the meantime, I think this is pretty decent. I've hit sort of like the milestone I wanted to hit. I wanted to make a MAM and I did. And for some reason, why is that going out there? Okay, maybe let's put that and that. There we go. Okay, so if it's not equal to... no, that's wrong. Okay, I'll figure that out another time. All I wanted to do with this was, once it changes, it goes into a... once it changes, it deletes the ones that it doesn't need and changes into the new shape. Am I not doing 4 per second on this? Wow. Pretty bad, isn't it? Looks like I'm doing 8 per second. So that's a bit weird. Do they want 4 lines? Okay, don't know why that is. Maybe I'm just not producing enough. But yeah, that is my MAM, and it's the most inefficient MAM around, but it is mine, and I'm happy with it. So yeah, I will see you on the next Let's Play series. I am thinking of trying to learn enough to do a speed run of this game, but that'll be after another, well, soon.tm basically. So I'll see you in the next Let's Play series. Peace.